Boo! Boo, floor jack, boo! I bet it sounds like a beauty. I'm running. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Nobody got no time to wait. Roll on, baby. Roll on, pappy. Roll on, daddy, till you get back home. Well, did everybody have a good Thanksgiving? Let's go, bro. Lights green. Get off your phone. Got chains on the tires. Where you at? Where are you, floor jack, with chains on your tires? You're in Iowa with chains on your tires in Iowa? I ain't never had to put chains on in Iowa before. I had to put them on in Washington. I know they got snow. They never had to put chains on in Iowa before, even with snow. I mean, up in that northeast corner of Iowa, I think it's northeast. They got a little couple of hills up in that area. They ain't got no mountains or nothing. I ain't never had to use chains in Iowa before. Now in Washington State, I have. I put some on in Montana once. Hauling heavy today. You're in Iowa. You don't need no chains. What tires you got chains on? You ain't got nothing to worry about now. You don't need no chains on. I ain't never seen anybody put chains on their steer tires. I've only put them on my drive tires. But yeah, you definitely don't need no chains in Iowa. Especially if you're loaded. Or if you was empty, you don't need chains in Iowa. That road, Iowa's flat. Only time you need to put chains on is climbing big mountains out west. Out in Colorado and Montana and Washington and Oregon. Stop at the foot of the mountain. There'll be signs ahead of time telling you trucks put your chains on, and you'll hit the little staging area, and you'll slap your chains on your drives, and you'll take off up the mountain. Then you get up down the bottom side, and you'll stop, take them off, drive 5 more miles, and have to put them back on. Alright, Jack, you got it. Just keep them chains on out there in Iowa. Everybody probably busy working. Oh wait, we can't say that 4-letter word. It runs people off. That word is banned in on this channel. Is W-O-R-K. It runs people away. Like, oh, MG, this guy is W-O-R-K-I-N-G. I can't be here. Time the G-O. He's working. Don't even get a thank you for people that just sit on their couch and get food stamps. Can't even get a thank you from them. Paying taxes to support the people that don't want to do anything. Hey man, thanks for working so I can get my food stamps, man, and live in my Section 8 house. I only pay $10 a month. Thank you for working so I don't have to. No thank yous for working, folks. It's just you get the whip to your back and get back to work. Back to work. What are you doing? Hey, what's a break? I never heard of such a thing. I never heard of a break before. What is that? Word doesn't exist. Vacation? What is a vacation? talk about floor jack. We should be in some bad weather here soon. It's supposed to be snowing out here. It's supposed to be snowing, my friends. Let it snows, all I say. We ain't stopping for nothing. Car spun out of control and you hit them. But where are you at in Iowa? I'll have to look that accident up. See that report there, see if you were blamed for it. I'd say when Iowa Highway Patrol gets there, they're going to ask you why the hell you got chains on. So get off the live and call the popo. Whatever you do, don't give your insurance papers to them. Because they'll come at you and say, my insurance card here says that you need to give me your insurance. Yeah, don't do that. It's not how it works. You don't ever get in an accident and then just give your insurance to the other person. Anytime I get in accidents, I don't even talk to them. Usually it's just little fender benders. Say you was distracted by gunner. Yeah, that'd give you a nice ticket right there. Maybe if you want a ticket, yeah, tell them that. I don't know how you just got in an accident in Iowa right now, Floor Jack, and then you're still in the chat like this. That was extremely fast, and you unbelievable. You didn't even get off the chat, and you got a loader already coming to pick up your stuff off the highway. Wow. That's impressive. Well, that's even worse. Have you called the emergency services yet? Oh, I saw a couple of flurries just now. We're going to see some snow. Probably won't. Then who will? Have you even checked on the people that hit you? Or you hit them? Whatever. It's amazing. You're like, you must have pulled the brakes, started commenting as you was proceeding to go talk to everybody. Man, that's amazing. More situations than any trucker I've ever known. Fell off, it would have warped your trailer. It would have rocked you so hard. That's a weird request for Jack. Why would I do that? She's a teacher. She's at school teaching. Duct tape and super glue, you can't go wrong. New Mexico tags. I started this live unprepared without anything to really talk about. Plus, it's only floor jack comment. It's hard out here for a truck driver. Anybody know where I can get a blue nose pit bull at? Or an African gray parrot? A young one. Up. We will be extra careful. This is when you let Jesus take the wheel. And we will be A-OK. Doesn't look like it's going to be too bad right now, so. It ain't nothing that we can't handle. I don't know if y'all can see. I don't know if y'all can see the snow or not. It's picking up pretty good now. Still pretty light flakes though. They're about to already get Yeah, I heard about it. I just heard it, but that's basically all I heard though. I actually forgot about it until you said that. Oh yeah, we got snow. It looks like it's here to stay. Driving a truck, poor Jack. You and I were with chains on your tires. You said you got in an accident, you had a coil fall off, you hit somebody, and you're already back on the road. That just happened 10 minutes ago. Ain't no way. You might be doing a truck simulator. You ain't driving no damn truck. You got in an accident, you'll be sitting there for the next 2 hours. What I was saying is I think everybody should really start a little community with maybe your friends or your neighbors or people you attend church with or whatever it may be. Start a little community of what you all can do, you know, like people that know things, like what skills you got, like canning foods, plumbing, for example. You need somebody that can operate plumbing stuff, which is pretty simple. We can look into other things. Start a little prepping community. Don't know how to can? I'm sure you can find somebody that knows how. Get on YouTube, somebody teach you how to can. Just be prepared for the worst. It's 31 degrees and snowing. See a little bit of those flurries waving down there in the pavement. Probably at work. Mark's on the right path. You're probably working. I don't know what that person said. They said DAYI space YOLCUKUK. Some kid must have got their mama's phone. Hey mama, some kid got your phone in the chat. Mama, I'm coming home. Well, we're getting into the thick of it, it seems. You know, all that is snow that you see way out there in the distance. Just have to look through layers of snow. Little tiny flurries flying everywhere. Hey Blue Boat, how are you, buddy? How you doing? Am I allowed to be a mod for this live? No, we don't need a mod right now for Jack. You know, it seems on my channel, you know, we get a lot of good people. You know, we don't hardly ever get mischief. Get a lot of hard-working, awesome people on this channel. Like, I actually have too many mods. You know, we don't really have any hiccups. You know, the chat doesn't move fast. You know, it gives everybody time to really have a conversation and talk. And, you know, gives everybody opportunity. Like, you know, you can go to chats live. Sometimes you see the chat moving constantly, and if you try to comment on it, it's never seen. But here, you can be recognized. Yeah, that mischief is absolutely from 4J. You're Jack the Outlaw. But you keep it pretty modest. You don't take it out of line. I ain't seen anybody really jump in a chat in a while that just up to no good. Somebody bored sitting at home with no job, or some kids staying home from school, or it could be a multitude of things. It could be an adult that just had a crappy life and they let their frustrations out on the internet, just trying to tick people off just out of pure humor, so they can laugh behind the screen, you know. But that stuff doesn't happen here often. It ain't happened in a while, probably since back in August. And today is December the 1st. So wake up and cash your checks and come on up. It's the 1st of the month. Everybody got their checks Saturday. Jack, you're mischievous. So wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the 1st of the month. So cash your checks and come up. First and the third. Look, Bob, where you at, man? You been busy? I ain't seen you in a minute. Maybe. This genius sounds pretty immature, though. It's not very attractive. It's kind of excusable for certain types of people and young children. It's not necessarily excusable, so to speak. It's more of it's an opportunity to teach discipline. It's all the adults' responsibility to care for our young in the proper manner. Because there's a lot of PDF files out there. A lot of PDF files. Saw the Vols game here, play Vandy. Yeah. You was hoping the Vols would win? I didn't even know, man. I saw the aftermath yesterday. Which that just sucks. You know, that's a rival game. You know, Vandy's out in Nashville. Sometimes they beat them, sometimes they don't. But man, that upset a lot of people. That bothered me. God, you kidding? Vandy beat the Vols, man. Tell you what, the Volunteers beat the Gators in Gainesville, and the Volunteers can't beat Vanderbilt. Tennessee, Vanderbilt had a good record this year. They done good. I actually haven't watched much football this season, which usually doesn't happen. You know, usually I watch a lot of games every season. This year I haven't. I haven't even watched one entire game all the way through. Something wrong with that picture. Let's stop snowing. That's good. I don't think it's going to do too much out here. A big snow cloud all across Illinois, some of Kansas, Missouri. It's headed up to Michigan, I believe. Michigan will get a bunch of snow. I don't think that floor jack. You can't get a good photo, man, like all that sky in the live, you know, look at that. Who wants to look at the majority of gray clouds? About matchups. Danny was a tough matchup. Yeah, Florida has went downhill. Yeah, I knew Tennessee was going to beat Florida this season. So next year, depending on what's going on, and I'm still here, I'll try to go to the Tennessee-Florida game in Knoxville next season. They swap out every year. So they played in Gainesville this year, they'll play in Knoxville next year. So this is the first time Tennessee's beat Florida in Gainesville since like 2003. Ask you a question, Floor Jack. I don't know why you do stuff like that. Ask your political question. Right, my windows are fogging up. I got the heat on. Me too, Blue Boat, me too. Yeah, I forgot. I mean, I had a busy house this past week, you know, with the Thanksgiving. I had a lot of company over. And you know, it's my son's birthday is that week too, so it's always a busy week. Next year, his birthday falls on Thanksgiving Day. That's not a political question for Jack. That's just a simple question. But yeah, I was hoping Tennessee win too, man. That's troublesome. Vanderbilt beat the Volunteers. It does happen. Yeah, do you miss Charlie Kirk? It's like saying, do you miss one of your friends that passed away? You know, there's no difference to it. But people, you know, we come and we go. We just borrow this life for a short little time and we leave. You know, in a way, I mean, I guess you can't say he's better off. In a sense you can't, because I mean, he was a millionaire, had it made, you know. So, I mean, but I believe if there is a heaven and a hell, I believe he went to heaven. I believe his heart was in the right place, his mind was in the right place. So technically, you know, if I think he went to heaven, which I think he did, or, you know, whatever happens after this, because we don't know until it happens to us. You know, he's probably better off. Most likely he's better off, but, you know, if we just sleep temporarily or whatever, there's many views on what happens right after we pass away. You know, nobody really knows until it happens to ourselves. But for somebody that, just an average Joe, man, I mean, like if something were to happen to me, I hope y'all would just be like saying, well, you know, I heard Gunner, something happened to him, and well, he's just best believe I'm in a better place. I don't have the fortunes of Charlie Kirk or all these, you know, these well-known people, which, I mean, that's great that they do. It's awesome and stuff. Some people use it to do good, and some don't. My friend is from Nashville. He's a tough kid in Tennessee. Has some cool folks. Yeah. Yeah, Tennessee does, especially in East Tennessee, where I'm from. You want to meet Tennesseans, you're only going to meet real Tennesseans in East Tennessee. So really, East Tennessee is just, that's Tennessee. The rest of it's something else. So a lot of times when I meet strangers, they're like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Tennessee. And they'll be and then their following comment or, you know, statement or whatever would be, the response will be, oh, I love Nashville, it's a beautiful city. Yeah, that's cool. Jack. Can't believe you found somebody to marry, you know. They say there's somebody for all of us. They say. My experience in life is people are terrible. I remember being a kid thinking that, you know, everybody was like how everybody around me in my childhood years was just good people. And I got older and realized, well, that's not the case. And it was so like heartbreaking. Like, oh my God, there's very terrible people. You scare me for it, Jake. You scare me all the time. Alright, now we gotta watch out. We can start watching out a little bit. Well, where'd all this snow come from? It was just clear. What happened? Wasn't it just clear, like just a mile or two back? Like what happened? It didn't snow that much that fast, did it? Is this old snow? Hey Jay, how are you? How much, wait, where's that? Well, I'm thinking about Toes. Toes is out southwestern Missouri. Let's see how much snow they got out there. Oh yeah, it's starting to come down now. Fantastic. Everybody's gonna get scared. Y'all live up here. Come on now, I'm from the mountains. Let's go. But this truck heat is so delightful. We always got a place to go. So let's truck and let's go, let's go. What are you doing, car? Unbelievable. You got Minnesota tags and you're gonna drive like that. All scared of a little bit of flakes on the asphalt. Unbelievable. Look at you. Look at y'all scared of shit. It must be a rear wheel drive. It's gotta be. Goodness gracious, truck. Well, he's in the left lane. I'm gonna jump over. Monkey see, monkey do. you got to get right back up, which really you don't have to. It's just being courteous. It's on you to safely merge onto the interstate. It's not on me to move for you. Watch for ice out there. It's 29 degrees, so it's below freezing. Let's see how it feels. Changing lanes. Not too bad right now. Got a little bit of slush out there. What's the traction like? Well, a lot of that's based on the weight, how heavy you are at the moment. The heavier you are, the better off you are. The lighter you are, that can be very bad. So if you got some weight, your traction's pretty good. But if you don't, your traction's terrible. Because the weight of the truck and the trailer, you know, you might weigh 79,800 pounds, and when you run over ice with it, most of the time it breaks up the ice. But if you're light, you can wipe out jackknife. Like, we're light. He's hitting his brakes, and you got to be careful hitting your brakes. If you start to slide, the first thing you do not do is hit your brakes. You do not hit your brakes. If you start to slide, don't hit your brakes, because you're going to wipe out. And I think the majority of people make that very crucial mistake, because your instinct is to hit your brakes. Don't hit your brakes. See how light we are. Okay, we only have 5,331 pounds back there, so that's not too good. So just over 2 tons. I don't know what's going on up through here though. This is ridiculous. See anything to be going this slow yet. I see a little bit of slush out there, that's about it. But it's going to freeze, and it's going to freeze solid later on. Yeah, cars the same way. Don't hit your brakes if you slide. If you do end up hitting your brakes, you just want to, if you're sliding but you've got control, you've not wrecked yet, just barely use the brakes and let off of it, because it'll coast through it. The wheels will keep spinning. Now when you hit your brakes, it wants to stop the wheel and you're going to slide. And that's when people wreck. It doesn't stop the car, it stops the tire from spinning. Oh, look at this Tesla right here. Look at it. They're starting to lose it. Another thing with trucks though, your trailer back there, your truck might be in its lane, but your trailer back there might swing out to a different lane. And you won't even know it unless you look in your mirror. So much for Illinois being on top of things. They ain't out here salting nothing. I ain't seen the first one. I seen Kentucky. They were out with their trucks. They were getting ready. But I don't think it's going to Kentucky. I think it's going to head right up to Michigan. Look at that bobtail. If you're bobtailing, that's even worse than having an empty trailer. When you're bobtailing, those trucks like to wipe out, man, when you ain't got no trailer. In rain, snow, I hate bobtailing unless it's sunny and dry out. If you're going to wreck, at least wreck on stream, yeah. What I hate is when, you know, you got 3 lanes, is when you get to the point in a snowstorm, is when you can't see the road at all. You just got to guess. That I can't stand that. You got to guess the lane. You don't even know what lane you're in. You're just driving down an interstate with just white snow on it. You can't even see the asphalt. Always keep it between the lines. Yeah, we're going to. Or we're going to do our best to anyway. We can't say we're going to because we can't see the future, because anything can happen. I appreciate the heads up though. Ray 6817. Coming into East St. Louis. We're about to come into St. Louis, Missouri. It's the hill we're going down right here. So what I'm afraid of is people out here that don't have much experience in the snow, whether that be a truck driver or somebody driving a vehicle. Well, see Blue Boat, at least right now you can still have a sense of how many lanes there is, and you got an idea just by looking out there of where the lanes are. And you see that solid line, you see the lines, the snow, that gives you a good idea, a good indication of where your lines in the road are. And I want to get around these cars. And they will not move for nothing. So that's somebody I think that don't have experience. Just slowly merge over to that lane. You ain't got to whip it over there. See, like this right here. Well, there's a car coming. Speed up. Oh, look at him. He got a little bit of courage. He must have took a swig. One day I was driving in a snowstorm, man, and it froze up my airlines. Everything was frozen. I was caked in ice. I managed to get into a TA, and they took some space heaters and thawed me out. Yeah, I think this is coming to you, Ken. Straight to you. If I ain't mistaken. Oh, we slid a little bit right there on that bridge. That's another thing you gotta watch out, is the bridges. What I'll do, if it gets bad enough, what I'll do is when I get to a bridge, I'll let off the fuel and I'll coast over the bridge. And as soon as I start to feel it slide, I'll let off the fuel. And it'll wind itself out, it'll keep rolling. Appreciate that, Ken. But yeah, you up there in Michigan, Ken, I believe that this is headed straight for you. So you're gonna get some lake effect as well with it. I just saw Michigan got slammed with some lake effect the other day. Oh, y'all, what's going on? What's going on up here? Put the defrost on my windshield a minute so it don't. I think I put some alcohol in my washer fluid reservoir. Oh man, what are we doing? What are we doing? See, I'm on the brake. We're not sliding none. See, Ken knows, you know, he can verify what I say here. He's from Michigan. It's nice to see somebody in the chat that can hear me and be like, you know, they'll jump in and be like, yeah, that's very true. What he's saying is true. It helps people that don't believe you. It helps them recognize that, okay, maybe this guy's telling the truth, because this guy's saying the same thing. Start to slide, don't hit your brake. Just let off the fuel and coast. Now, if you're going down a mountain or a hill, you want to go extra slow before you start to go off that mountain or that hill. Basically, come almost to a complete stop, and just go down as slow as you can and stay off the brake as much as possible. And you just tap it, because once you start to go down a hill or a big hill out in the country somewhere and it's just covered, like it looks like that shoulder right there, and you start to go down a big steep hill, and as soon as you touch that brake, those rear wheels, you'll feel it. That rear wheel, that rear axle is going to kick out left or right. And you got to let off that brake and it'll straighten right back up. And that's where people freak out when they start to slide in it. They'll hit them brakes and they'll hold it until they wreck. You do not hit your brakes. You don't hit your fuel either. Somebody's already wiped out, man. I tell you what. So this is the result of somebody panicking. Over in PA, we've had some crazy weather too. Thankfully, it's not snowing too bad at the moment. I can't remember where you was at in PA, Blue Boat. I'm a guess this is going to head straight up to Chicago. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and probably come across Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, and head straight across the state of Michigan into Cleveland, Ohio, into Erie, Pennsylvania, up into Buffalo, New York. That's what I think this is going to do. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm just going off of what I've seen on the radar, because down south there's a big rainstorm coming in for the south. We're headed to my area of Tennessee. So all that warm air is going to push this north and straight up to Michigan. That's what I think. I'm not a meteorologist, and I've never studied the stuff. It's just what it looks like to me. So we'll see. Oh man. In Germany, it's also cold but I'm guessing there's a wreck up here, Blue Boat. You know, like I was saying, probably the result of somebody panicking and wiped out. Hopefully it's just a single vehicle, but the way it's acting right now, I don't know, could just be, I don't know, we might see. This is what I hate about this weather, especially coming into the city. In Germany, it's also cold as butt. Yeah, cold as butt. Yeah, mad dog. Cold but notch snow. What is notch snow? Is that German or something? Notch. I know notch is actually a word in German. I just can't think of what it is. Heat off. Man, it gets hot in here quick. No snow. Yeah, this ain't hardly no snow right here. Absolutely. I've been out west, man, where there was real snow. I was out in Washington one winter. I was headed back east, coming from Seattle, and I can't remember the name of that Sasquatchia mountain or something. I can't remember. But anyway, it was all clear on the road everywhere. It was all clear. No, it was sun was out and everything. Well, it was a colleague of mine. Me and him, we got to this mountain, and we started driving up it. And when we get close to the top, it was just pouring snow. I mean, it was terrible on top of that mountain. But we got off the other side of the mountain, and it was clear again. It was wild. Sequoia Mountain or something like that. It's been a while since I've been out to Washington. Yeah, it's probably all freeze over tonight. Back in the chat, you got some lunch. All right. What'd you get for lunch, Blue Boat? What did you get for lunch, my friend? Just made peanut butter and jelly and nothing much. That's something. Be thankful you got something to eat, even though it's peanut butter and jelly. I believe it's 1:49 p.m. 1:49 in the afternoon. Coming at you live from East St. Louis, Illinois on December 1st, Monday, 2025. It's amazing, we're already in December. So really, we just got this month and the horrible month of January that seems to take 6 or 7 weeks to get through. And then we're looking at spring slowly but surely get here right after January. So in Tennessee, it starts to change a little bit in February, but it might still snow even in March. But if you can make it to the second week of April, you're most of the time you're in the clear. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Let y'all see that. What happened? I have no idea. Oh, there it is. Got side swap big time, son. Must involve that day cam. They panicked. I would say they just panicked and hit their brakes and slid right into that truck. That was a nice ride too, and they just destroyed it because they panicked. That's just what I'm assuming. Could be totally wrong. Coming into the city like this, if you slide, you're probably gonna hit somebody. I've slid a many a times. I've done a 360 down Interstate 70 in my car one day, and there weren't people around, but I guess they were able to slow down, and I was just spinning circles down the interstate. And then I landed. The car came to a stop on the left shoulder, and I was facing oncoming traffic, and I was able to turn around and get back on the interstate. Everybody else that done that was in the ditch and wrecked their vehicles. That was Interstate 74, not Interstate 70. I said it. Yeah, I said it into Indianapolis. Now there's a little bit of ice right here. This has just been ran over and compacted, and got a little bit of ice here. Going to Kansas. Going to Kansas City. Low side now. If I was to give it too much fuel too fast, we'd just spin. Got to have a little bit of knowledge on what you're doing in this type of weather. You ain't gotta have much, just a little bit. That's all it takes. Because even somebody, the most experienced person, can make mistakes in this type of weather. Because anything can happen. This is when anything can happen. Got that little bit of knowledge and you exercise it, for the most part you'll do fine until like something just totally out of your control and you done what you know and it didn't work. Just one of those freak things. I'll let him over here. we will be careful, absolutely. Bridge has got some ice in it all over the place. No wonder everybody's driving slow now. Don't want to be the one to mess the bridge up. Crash out on the bridge. Don't want to be that man. Hate to be that person. And there's people out there, man, you'll see them doing 80 mile an hour in this type of weather, having like no idea at all. And then you'll see them up the road wiped out. Driving on this stuff right here will, it'll humble you. If you're not humble, this will do it. Yeah, anybody that's ever seen snow and been on the road, you will see that. I wish we had some more weight than we have right now. I wish we had about 20,000 more pounds. At least 10. I mean, heck, I'd be alright with 5 more thousand. I guess I need to be getting over it. Cars will let me in. Wow. There's the Mississippi River. Mississippi, woman, Louisiana. Mississippi River can't keep us apart. Yeah, it is fancy here. I wonder if Illinois or Missouri paid for this, or they split it. Because this is this river's what separates the state, so this is where the state line is. That's East St. Louis back behind us. That's East St. Louis, Illinois, and this is St. Louis, Missouri. You know, they find bull sharks in the Mississippi River all the time. They found them as far north as like way up through here somewhere. These bull sharks are known to swim out of the sea into fresh water and swim upstream. trucks are getting on fairly slow, but we're on these bridges, so these bridges freeze pretty quick because the air from above and below. Oh yeah, this is solid ice right here. We already seen that those Teslas don't go well in the snow. We saw that one kind of fishtailed a little bit back there. Oh look, that guy just wrecked. He just wrecked. Poor fella. Ran into the wall. We got that on camera. Sweet. About 500 miles. Miles away from home right now. That's only increasing. Yeah, poor dude. How long time no see? Oh, is that Miko? There's Miko. Sorry, Miko, I didn't see you. You had to concentrate for a second. What are you doing? I don't want to be near his truck. Come on, Tesla, do something. Why did you hit your brakes? The car's way up there in front of you. What are you doing? Gosh, that's somebody that don't know how to drive right there. If I'm mistaken, it's illegal to drive with your hazards on like that. Florida just recently passed a law about a year ago where you can drive down the roads with your hazards on. People, they'll do it in the pouring rain. gear do I need? There we go. Do you have to slow down a lot now? It depends. It all just really depends, Nico. I saw it was snowing in Finland, but it really just depends. I mean, we don't have to be going as slow as we're going right now, but I have to because of everybody else. I mean, you can go faster on this condition. You know, we're only doing 6 miles an hour. I mean, you know, look at the road. You can clearly see we can go faster than 6 miles an hour. So it's probably going to take the rest of the day to get through the city. But it's like this all across the state. So I hope our Michigander friends are prepared, because I believe this is headed straight to them and it's only going to intensify, mixed along with some lake effect snow. So they'll probably get a good 2 feet off of it or more, if it heads that direction, which I think it is. Could be wrong, I don't know. I'm trying to, Kurt. I want that steak dinner with that baked tater. But now I'm up here in 28-degree snowy weather. That white van backed up and hit the ice. He backed up. Was he backing up? Like he was on the interstate driving that direction, stopped and backed up? That's weird. I just seen it when he hit that concrete barrier right there. And I checked him in my mirror as we passed him, and I seen he corrected it, and he got off the wall. It's in the 30s where Ken is. He skidded out, I mean. Oh, he skidded out, okay. He got on them brakes, huh? He got on, see? That's funny, Ken. We were just talking about not using your brakes. And that guy, Manilow, he's our friend from the United Kingdom. He rewound the live and went back and saw that guy. So apparently he skidded, so he hit his brakes and he ran into the wall. So that's awesome that we talk about it and we got the perfect example live, which is sweet. I mean, how lucky can we get? Yeah, it was a slight bump. It wasn't bad, but he did hit the barrier. He was able to leave. He got off the wall. After I seen he got off the wall, I didn't look back no more to look at him. I knew he was fine. He just gave that little wall a little love tap. That van just wanted to kiss the concrete barrier. So it just went over and gave it a little kiss. No, I'm in Missouri, in St. Louis. Right, he just check and see if the wallet's still there. Yeah, it's still there, bud. I can assure you. He's like, yep, it's confirmed. The wallet is still there, indeed. get on the radar in Manilow and check the radar here in St. Louis? I checked it over in the UK earlier today. I seen it was raining all across the country. I was like, yep, go figure. United Kingdom, always raining. Reminds me of the state of Washington out in Seattle. I got out there one year off of Interstate 5 and just north of Seattle. And wouldn't you know it, I was out there and got to witness a historic flood. That's been like four years ago. I think that was in 2018, 2019. Might have been 2020. I don't think it was 2020. Might have been. That was before I was doing these YouTube videos. I've only been doing this a little over a year now. Little over a year, my friends. Met some great people, man. You guys are the best, man, for real. So Manilow, if you had never had an American friend because you in the UK, now you do. I got friends in America. Well, I got a friend. How was your Thanksgiving, Gunner? It was pretty good, man. It was busy. I had a house full of guests, so that was great in a way because I was able to discard some food to the guests so they could take it back home with them. But I did keep some meat. I did do that. I didn't keep nothing else. I was like, here, take all this. So that's what I did. Yeah, Eric did turn up. Yes, he did. He actually turned up. He took my couch and love seat too. He came and he went, son, and he went with some of my stuff. Took my couch and love seat. He took it home with him. I'm not upset about it. Man's still a legend. He's all right. I mean, we had a good time. I was trying to do a live Thanksgiving Day, man, but it was pretty hard with so much activity. I mean, there was like 20 people at the house, and so it was pretty busy, and, I mean, it would have been hectic. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to really talk to you if I was to done a live Thanksgiving Day. I mean, you would have had a good time with me, I'm sure, but maybe everybody didn't want to be on camera or something, I'd have to tell them all, like, hey, I'm going to do a live on YouTube, man, so who don't want to be on camera, let me know so I don't accidentally put you on there. Just out of respect, Not everybody wants to be on camera. You are best man, share real live. Hey, thank you, Miko. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I do though, Miko. I give y'all everything real from my perspective here, and everything I do. Y'all see shit on my channel and get to, I invite you all into my house and all that. We'll hang out, drink beer together. You don't see that stuff on other lives. You just don't. You see me get wasted in the garage and admit that I am a sinner. It is what it is. I don't sugarcoat it and I don't hide it. I can't hide it from the Lord. Why would I hide it from you? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get tanked. This is my one life, man. This is it. This is all I got. Yeah, you get to see live car crashes. You get the realness. It's the real McCoy. Come on, guys. The snow's starting to pick up even more. Let's go. Come on. What's going on here? This is terrible. This is snow. There is no sleep. This is all snow. Thankfully. Because I don't want ice coming with it. So if it was ice too, depending on what's going on the road, we might have to get off. But over here, we don't stop for nothing unless we're forced to in one way, shape, or form or another. It's the only time we stop. You know, like right now, we're stopped because we're forced to. Unless they close down the interstate or, you know, there's a foot of snow on the ground, then that's about when I about consider stopping. I'll pull off. Or they close down the interstate. But I ain't never stopped. I stopped one time, I was in Minnesota. I was coming from the west. And, no, I was in Wyoming. Yeah, I was in Wyoming. And there was about a foot of snow on the interstate. And I was thinking, like, man, Wyoming's got to be closing this interstate. And they never did. There's about a foot of snow out on the interstate, and we all was just crawling through, and I slid a couple of times, and I slowed down some. I was getting a feel for it, and I was about to have to stop driving anyway, and I was like, well, if I keep going past this place, then I ain't gonna get nowhere. And I found a place, and I just parked up, went to bed, got up, and done it again. I was out in North Dakota one winter, and this guy had well, I pulled into this truck stop somewhere out in North Dakota. And it was clear that evening. There wasn't nothing going on. So I figured I'd wake up and just be able to roll. You know, well, I woke up and there was like 10, 12 foot snow drifts just piled up on these trucks. And somehow I got lucky. They couldn't move. There was other drivers out there. They were all caved in, snowed in, and they was all trying to help each other. And, you know, I got out and asked them some stuff. I don't remember what I said, but I was like, you know, guys, I would stop and help you, but like, yeah, and that one driver cut me off as I was saying that. He's like, yeah, but you can get out. I said, right. And we all had a good laugh. And I was able to get out. They couldn't get out. They were covered in snow 10 foot tall. Trying to dig them out. I was just able to pull right out and leave. Looks hazardous. Might be. I don't know. Looks good to me. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. The old timer in that Western Star. Yep, real life contains joys and sorrows. Many just cover up that sorrow to tell only joy. Right, Miko, that is absolutely right. Over here you get the real deal. You get the joy, you get the sorrow, you get it all. I don't try to pretend to be something I ain't, and I don't try to give you all something I ain't, you know, like a lot of folks do. You see it all over the internet. Like, I don't care, you know, you can criticize me all you want. Like, I'm not going to hide things, you know, like suspicious behavior, trying to hide. But some people want that. They're like, oh, I just want joy, you know, I don't want real life, man, because real life sucks. Well, no shit. You ain't gotta say it sucks. We all know most of it sucks. You get increments of happiness, you get increments of sorrows. You see, you know, things, your family, your friends pass away from time to time. You know, you all know I had a good friend of mine that passed away a week ago, and I went to his funeral, and later that evening went to a college graduation. Like, that's a day in my life. Funeral in the morning, college graduation in the evening. They'll plow it. Some states, they all handle it differently. Some states don't do hardly anything. But right now, I mean, you'll see them. We'll see if we see one eventually. I saw some earlier, but not over here. I don't know what the Missouri's doing, so Missouri's usually pretty good about it. Illinois obviously wasn't doing anything about it. I saw some plow trucks in Kentucky. They, you know, they wasn't doing anything. I ain't letting you, man, I tell you what, piece of garbage. What are you trying to get over here for? You're doing fine over there, driver. But yeah, you would think there'd be some plow trucks on that express lane there. Yeah, that's how it is over here. I'd say it's the same way over there in your country, Manilow. If I go to London, I'm sure there'll be a lot of idiots driving on the road. Anywhere you go, really. People going 20 mile an hour under the speed limit in the middle lane of 3 lanes, like, won't move. I'm sure they do that all over the world. Depending on what their driving rules and laws are. Probably about the same. I mean, the whole world calls a dog a dog. Yeah, I would say there is absolutely an accident, you know. Like I say, people panic in this stuff. And it's not that bad to be making, like, mistakes on this. You know, unless you're doing 80 mile an hour, you know. That's just common sense. Oh, look at it out there. Let me do 80. It'll take all day to get across the city here. Remember, we drive backwards compared to the American what? Drive backwards. Yeah, you just drive the opposite of what we do. The American way. Yeah, so if this was your country, you'd be driving the opposite direction on this side of the road, and I'd be on the other side of the road. I think it's so weird, which I guess to the British people, this is weird to them. So how we drive over here in Manilow, is it weird to you all like it is for us to you? Because how you all drive is strange to us. Y'all say we're unorthodox, y'all unorthodox. Driving. So I'm guessing at a red light, you can turn left on red. We can only turn right on red. We can't turn left on red. Yeah, I would assume that's how it'd be. So in the UK you can turn left on red, but in America you can't do that. You can only turn right on red. That makes sense. It's just the opposite. Crazy. Well, this just makes for the life to suck. Sitting in traffic because the road is not that bad. People are like, oh my God, how do I get out of this? Let me wreck. Ah! Oh man, I swear a lot of times, man, I think that's what goes on. Like, oh my God, it's snowing, I better wreck. Ah! Wreck this thing. Oh man, thank goodness I got out of driving in the snow. I wrecked. But I guess we'll probably end this live till we get through the city and see what's going on out through here, because this sucks. You want to sit in traffic, just get in your car and go sit at a red light and don't move. After it turns green, just sit there. Put your flashers on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. My car won't move. Just put it in park. Put your flashers, put your four ways on, turn them on, and it turns green, just sit there. Oh no, it won't move. It won't move. Somebody stopped like, oh, let me see it. Well, you won't move because you're in park. Oh man. Yeah, my brakes work, Doug. They work good. Oh man. Ain't no time for that yawning, buddy, I tell you. Well, this just totally sucks. in St. Louis. Grab that left lane, buddy. This lane ain't doing nothing. Unbelievable. Going to Lincoln. I don't know, I just got here. I don't know, I just got here. I'm just trying to get on down through here. Oh, one thing. This is making me tired, I know that. Come on, people, let's go. Almost, man. It's definitely something going on up here. I get up here if somebody tries to cut me off. I want to get that left lane, but nobody's going to let me in there because the vehicles over there are moving a little bit further than everybody else is. Come on, y'all, let me go, let me in there. Come on, somebody be a truck driver in those cars. Let me get over. Come on now. Hey, best taxi. Guarantee it. Ever since we was in Illinois, by Shiloh, Illinois. But this has been like this for the first 2 miles in St. Louis. This is how it is in St. Louis. People in the city talk a big game until it snows. Oh yeah, every bit of it, Doug. Every bit of it. But not this slow. We were at least moving somewhat earlier. We're barely moving now. Probably because somebody panicked, wiped out. I don't understand why, like, somebody, if you don't need to be on the road, don't be on the road. But there's people out there like, oh gosh, it's snowing. Let me get in my car and drive around. Where you at, Doug? You in Ohio? I thought you was in I thought you was in Wichita. Yeah, I can't bet against that, Manilow, because I believe you're right. But it could be 5 more miles up here. I bet it's not only 1. I bet it's 2 or 3. Yeah, that's all this. Headed right to you. I figured it'd be going up into Michigan. Up near Kalamazoo. You was down there visiting? Okay, Doug, I got you. If his car gets buried, he's got to dig it out. Okay, Miko, yeah, that's fine, buddy. I look forward to it. We'll see you around, buddy. God bless you, brother. Been a minute since I seen you in here, Miko. Miko's from Finland. It was snowing in Finland earlier. I don't know if it is now or not. Well, it always snows in Finland. Oh, I know it. I've thought about moving over to Europe somewhere, like Norway or Sweden or Switzerland or something. I'm just not big on monarchies. And plus, you don't have the same rights in those countries as I do here. So I can talk bad about the president all I want to. I can't talk bad about the king. Whoever the king of Switzerland is, I don't know, or Sweden, Norway, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really agree with one man making all the decisions. Yeah, I know, man. You know, I keep that thing with me, son. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm an American. I understand firearms more than most people. Click, clack. You hear that? I don't know if you can hear it or not. Just like a hillbilly. Which country y'all heard that they give their citizens firearms? Is it Switzerland or? I'd have to move to that country so I can still have at least a firearm. I don't feel safe without one. Feel a lot better having one. Thank God for rednecks. You know, the term redneck comes from the Irishmen, from Irish slaves. When they would work out in the sun and their necks would turn red, that's where the term redneck comes from. Irish white slaves. You know, it's like if anybody in one of these cars was just feeling froggy and they just stepped out and just started, you know, blasting rounds, all I gotta do is step out and put him down. That's it. It's over. You might see on the news, one or two not here with us no more. Unexpected truck driver neutralized the threat. Like, yeah, it could have been a lot worse if I wasn't there. This is crazy. go. It's almost 4 o'clock right now. Man, if it wasn't for this, we'd be clear out of here by now. Hey, Gregory. R.M. Gregory. All right. Hit that like button on your way in or on your way out if you don't mind. It's free. Don't cost a thing. And I would much appreciate it. 'Cause I'm a hard-working, truck-driving man. I just ask you for a like. I'm not asking you for a dime. I appreciate that. Thank you. People say I'm no good and crazy as a loon. 'Cause I get stoned in the morning, I get drunk in the afternoon. Until we get to our destination, which will probably be about 8, 9 o'clock tonight. Because this slowed us way down. Alright, that's what I'm doing too. Getting out of this middle lane, this is ridiculous. This left lane's moving a little bit better than all the rest. Ah! Of course that bobtail would. Of course he would. We want to get through here. We don't want to hang out, man. What's wrong with these people? Yeah, Blue Boat. You can count on these city slickers to slow us down. What is, I know what OMG is. What is Doth? Like Dothan, Alabama? Dothan, Alabama. I used to go to Enterprise, Alabama, just outside of Dothan a bunch back in the day with a buddy of mine. Back in the truck, still slowed, I see stupid traffic. Virus 1-C2B. C to B, 1 to C to B. It should be 1 to B to C. I ain't got no money, but I damn sure got it made. 'Cause I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, you just leave this short-haired country boy alone. Get the hell on out of here. Howdy, baby blue. How are you? Oh, it's the trucks. Look at him spinning on the ice over there. Look at him. Look at him. You ain't going nowhere. You're going nowhere, Coca-Cola. Look at you. I'm doing. That's great. You're doing mighty fine. We're doing mighty fine as well. Although we got a little bit of a hiccup out here with all this traffic in this snowy weather conditions in the big old city of St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, we're getting a taste of St. Louis misery. Cold and rainy there, huh? Where you at? Down there in Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee? You down there somewhere, I know. Because that's the only doggone place it's raining right now. You in Nolans? All right. Down there in Nolans. I used to go to Nolans all the time. Well, I went down to Narco. But down in Narco, used to haul some oil down there to the refinery. Mighty fine people down there in Nolans. Hey, Kels. Oh, your hubby used to work for him, huh? Down there in Narco, huh? Narco, Louisiana. Can we get the like button? We can hit 20 likes real quick for a hard-working country boy. It ain't too much to ask, is it? You don't think truck driving's hard? It is. It really sucks. I don't recommend it for nobody, but it does pay pretty damn good. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about that, baby blue. Really am. I appreciate that, baby blue. I really do. Gonna put it down in low. I appreciate that, baby blue. Not a lot of people. Occasionally people jump in there and say similar things along those lines of appreciate the truckers doing what they do. Ever so often. Some people understand and they get it. Some people not so much. They don't understand where all the things that they own and want come from a truck. It's like they don't really think about that. mean, really, people don't have to these days. They just like, oh, let's go to Target. And they go to Target and they spend $200-300 in there, not thinking of how that stuff got there. Then they want to go to Red Lobster or Carrabba's or Panda Express and having no clue how the things in that restaurant chain even got there. Not even think about it. They just think they go order it. It's just magically there somehow. It's brought on a truck. And if the truck stops, everything stops. But anyway, you know, this is how if you work at a hospital, your stuff comes from a truck. I have a load of hospital supply on here now. So if you got a surgery or you need a sling or anything, a boot, it's on this trailer. So next time you need a boot for your leg because you broke a bone or something, thank a truck driver because he brought that boot for that hospital to put it on your leg. He sure did. Need to have a surgery, thank a truck driver. It's those surgical kits, I haul those. Scapulas and all that, they're used for one-time use only, and then they dispose of them. So yeah. Looks the same here. Yeah, it's the same. Sure is. Man, look at that truck wiped out. No wonder. I told you. Manilow said, I bet there's a wreck up here somewhere. I was like, yeah. He's like, I bet you $20. I was like, yeah, I bet there's like 2 or 3. We saw one. I don't know if that car is one or not. But that UPS truck up there, pulling doubles, pulling pups, he's wiped out. You'll see him here in a second. He wiped out. So if y'all have anything being hauled out west to with UPS, it's gonna be late. Oh boy, this is solid ice. There he is. You can see him over there now. Dang, there's a couple of them. Man, I hope they're all right though. Man, that's terrible. Y'all turn it a little bit so you can get a better view. Grab a gear. Get out of gear. Goodness gracious. Well, little box truck had to get in the way. Look at him. Look at him now. Need tires? Independent tire dealer. Look at this idiot. Dude, what are you doing? Go on now. So here's this guy. He's stuck. Look at his wheels spinning. I don't know if you can see it or not. Look at his drive tires spinning. He's stuck. Oh man, this driver's backing up, son. I need to get a gear so we can get up this hill. It's solid ice. Oh no. Hold her steady. Hold her steady. Driver, you better not come over here. What are you doing, you Indian? OMG. OMG. Don't stop, don't stop. Keep going, don't spin, baby, don't spin. Let's go. Look at that solid sheet of ice out there. Yeah. They can't get out of it. don't. You can't stop on a hill, son. Alright, I think we're going to shift into a higher gear here. Hopefully it doesn't mess us up. We can't miss it. Alright, we got it. We're going to go now a little bit anyway. It's ice out there and it's solid ice. It's just great. People don't know how to get away from me, you know. They just want to sit beside me. Oh yeah, I'm safe right here beside this truck. I'm so safe beside this truck. I have no sense at all. Had it on, don't want no more. I got you, baby blue. Where are we at? Bill, we in St. Louis, Missouri. We're driving on ice right now. It's great. It's so great. It's so fun. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Bill. Bill from Titusville. Don't forget to smack that like button, Bill, if you haven't already. You know I'd greatly appreciate it. You know, we almost monetized, y'all. We just need just shy of 1,000 more hours. We're almost monetized. We're going to try to keep it that way. I've just been busy these past 2 weeks, so that's why I haven't really done lives. So I apologize for that. There's Minx, there's Sparkles. Be safe and stay hydrated. That's what you drink. See you later soon. Take care. I drink a lot of water and some Red Bull. And a bunch of booze on the weekend. Really, I ain't been drinking that much lately. I did Thanksgiving Day, I did. But I didn't drink none over the weekend. Not a thing. I gotta pass this car. I'll figure it out here. Go sport, what? Get out of the way, yo. Shit. Freeze everything up. That person in that little Honda Civic, they know what they're doing. At least so far they do. Out of everybody else, that little Honda Civic knows what they're doing. Hey, if somebody's in here, would you care to put in the chat that I'm muted because I'm on the phone, because I'm going to have to make a quick phone call. So hang on just a second. All right, I'm back. Thank you, Danny Schoolcraft. I appreciate that. I'll turn the heat back off. It's hot real quick. We hit 20 likes. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for whoever made that a 20. 20. Well, I thought we were going to do good. Now we're going to do bad again. My grandpa was hand painted? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, his grandpa. It was, okay, I got it. Took me a minute. That's what happens when you lose sleep. I kind of slept last week. Deer are we in? Don't know. We're probably, okay, we're probably in. We're in 5th high. Wife calling back. Hell,